Good morning. I am Christina Felchlin, Consulting and Support Manager with Ledgeview Partners. I'd like to welcome you to today's Dynamics 365 User Group webinar featuring sharing personal views, document templates, and setting default values. In today's webinar, we're going to start off the webinar with sharing personal views. When you've created that very helpful view, why not share it with the others in your organization who could also benefit from that view? We will tell you what personal views are and how to and why it's important to share them. Next, Michael is going to cover document templates. What are the out-of-the-box Word and Excel templates, how to utilize existing Word and Excel templates, or how to create one from scratch, and what security roles and privileges are needed to do those. Then we'll end the feature series with setting default values. What are they and how can you set them up for a field? Michael will then move into those user-submitted questions and answer those as provide some ideas for free dynamic CRM resources to help you increase your CRM knowledge. I will then close the webinar with a look into our March User Group webinar topic. To ensure the best audio quality for all attendees, we have everyone in listen-only mode. If you have a question, please submit those in the question pane of your GoToWebinar control panel. If time allows, we will answer during today's session. If time does not allow, we promise to follow up offline. Like all Ledgeview webinars, today's webinar is being recorded and will be available on demand after the live session. All registered attendees will receive an email this afternoon with an access link to the recording as well as the presentation slides. Today we welcome back our presenter, Michael Dodds, Support Consultant with Ledgeview Partners.
Thank you, Christina, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. The weather's starting to warm up for us, but we got a great topic today, great set of topics, actually, so let's jump on in. First, we're going to start off with sharing personal views. Hopefully none of you are actually pulling your hair out, but we're going to make you happy by the end of today's webinar. So many of you may be asking, what is a personal view and why would I even use one? A personal view is a customized list for a specific entity, so accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities that you've created through Advanced Find. So it utilizes that great filtering technology to narrow down that data in CRM to only show the records you want. And then you can utilize those columns to make sure you're showing those specific data fields that you can view at a quick glance to tell you the right story. Now this sounds very familiar to Advanced Find. That's because it is. Personal view is an Advanced Find that you've saved so you can view it on a repeated basis. Now, system administrators, all of you do an excellent job and do your absolute best to create views that work for all users. But there's going to be times where you as a specific user need to make tweaks or need to have a view specific for yourself that you'll view on a frequent basis, but really doesn't apply to everyone. This is where a personal view is the perfect solution. And so if it happens that another user or your supervisor or manager would benefit from this view, you can simply share it with them right from CRM. That way they don't have to recreate the wheel and recreate this great view. And you don't have to export the information into Excel and then send it to your manager or supervisor. They can view it all in CRM, making everything seamless. Now that we know what a personal view is and why we would use one, how do you share it? Let's jump into CRM. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I've left this up in the PowerPoint slide, so everyone, when you view this in the future, you can see exactly how to share a personal view. So let's jump into CRM. From CRM, we want to jump into our Advanced Find. Now, if you're on Dynamics 2016 or earlier, your Advanced Find button is going to look a little bit different, still in the same location in the upper right-hand corner. So once we click on Advanced Find, it will load all the different information that we can filter. Your absolute first step in Advanced Find is to change your look for to the entity that you have the save view in. So we're going to go into Opportunities. Once you've moved the look for to Opportunities, click on Saved Views. This is going to show all your personal views. Simply check mark it, and then click on the Saved Views button up top, and then click on Share. What this will do is going to show you anyone that you already have this view shared with, and gives you the ability to add a new user or team. Now, a new user is anyone that uses CRM and has a license. A team, however, is something a system administrator can set up, and it's very, very beneficial, especially for sharing views. So let's say you have a group of sales members, and you want to make them part of a team because they tend to view the same types of items in CRM. Create a sales team. Then, if you ever have a new sales member join your team, just add them to the team. Already shared the view with the team. You don't have to share that view with the individual. Just add them to the team. They're going to have access right away to all the same shared views. So it's a really great efficiency tool. So let's go ahead and jump in and share this with Christina. So we're going to click Add User or Team. We're going to find Christina in our list, check mark her name. You can either find her in the list or search for her. Then click Select, click Add. Now we want to give Christina some access to the view. You can give her read access, write, which means edit, delete, assign, and share. Append doesn't apply to views. Now, if you're going to share it, you have to give her read access. You can't take that away. Because we trust Christina and we know she does a great job, we're going to give her the ability to edit the view to make it better and share it with other people. But we want to keep the ownership, and we don't want her to be able to delete it. So then click on Share. What this will do is it will share the view with Christina, and it will put it in the view selector under My Views under that entity in CRM. However, this does not send an email directly to Christina, so you're going to want to email Christina and let her know that you shared the view with her and where to find it. So that's how you share a personal view. Our next topic is document templates. This is a great feature of 2016. So if you're before 2016, unfortunately, document templates are not available, but they are in 2016 and newer versions. Now with 2016, Microsoft took out a bunch of out-of-the-box Word and Excel templates. So here's some versions that I see in my Dynamics CRM version today. For Excel templates, you have campaign overviews, case service level agreement status, case summary, and pipeline management. For Word templates, account summary, campaign summary, case summary, invoice, and opportunity summary. So these are some really great out-of-the-box Word and Excel templates. Now you might be wondering, how do I even run those? Very simple. You simply navigate to the view, to the entity in CRM that uses a Word or Excel template. So accounts, for example. Then just check mark the desired record. Depending on how many different ribbon buttons you have, it may appear in your overflow menu, which is these three dots. Click the overflow menu, click Word template, and then select the template. If you're using Excel, no need to check mark a record. The Excel template will appear in the upper ribbon section up here. And that's how you run the Excel templates. This also works for brand new ones that you create for Word and Excel templates. So what is an Excel template? And what are the benefits of using one? An Excel template allows you to pull data from CRM and then place that data into a specific column set. Sounds very, very familiar or similar to views. However, this Excel template keeps the same columns. So no matter what view you export from CRM, it will move the records into that view, that set of columns. And the really cool feature of Excel templates, it allows you to create charts and pivot tables ahead of time so that when you export the information in this Excel template, the pivot table and chart are populated with the data that you extracted from CRM. And kind of show you what this looks like. This is what your Excel template is right here. So this is the columns that you're pulling. Then you simply create a pivot table and a chart. And as long as you set up the data to refresh whenever a new export is created, and that's done within Excel, every time you export, you'll get updated information within this pivot table and chart. So let's jump into CRM, and I'll show you exactly what you do to pull that information. So if we navigate to accounts, if we navigate to opportunities, we're going to go into opportunities, and you can see up here Excel templates. We're going to click on Excel templates, test template, and then it allows you to either open Excel online or download the test template. If you download the test template, it will open Excel on your computer. Otherwise, it will open an Excel online. So that's how you create and run an Excel template. Let's jump back into our PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to touch on security and privileges for both Excel and Word templates when I show you how to upload templates directly into CRM. But let's jump into Word templates. What is a Word template? So we've gone over Excel templates, but there are also Word templates. And then why would we use them? Word templates allows you to pull data from a record in CRM and then place that into a formulated Word document. So really what it's doing is it's combining that power of a templated Word document that many people use, where they'll say, fill in the blank. They'll have set words or a set letter even with fill in the blanks, where you would manually go in and change that information for each time you're sending an email or a letter to a customer. Well, with the power of CRM, you can automatically fill that information in right from a Word template. So it's a very, very powerful tool. And just like Excel templates, you can create them from scratch or from an existing template. So I want to show you what an existing template or a from scratch template would look like. Once you've downloaded the template, you're going to jump in here, and this is simply a table. All we did was create a table, and then you can set recurring lines. So an example of this is for opportunity products. If you have products in an opportunity that you want to list, and there's probably 5 or 6, you can pull all those into this table. But you only have to set the customization once with this information right here. It is complex to set up, but the benefits pay huge dividends. So let's jump into CRM, and I'll show you the first steps of creating a Word from scratch. So what we want to do is we want to navigate to Settings, and then we want to go to Templates, and then Document Templates. We're going to click on New, and this is where we would choose if we're going to do an Excel template or a Word template. So for Word, we're filtering by an entity. So we want to do Opportunity. And we don't want to click Upload, because Upload is utilized for ones that we've already created. We want to click Select Entity. And then this allows you to pick and choose the different relationships around opportunities that you're going to put into this Word document. It's a little confusing, so if you have any questions in creating this, please contact us here at Ledgeview Partners. We'd be happy to help. Now, once you've created your document, all you have to do is upload the template. So click Upload Template, browse for your file, and then click Upload. That's all you have to do. And then just like Excel, to run the actual template once it's uploaded, we're going to navigate to Sales and then Opportunities and run it just like we did previously. Now let's say you have a great template, but you really want to minimize who can see the template or who can use the template. That's really a great feature. You can go into the template and then click Enable Security Roles. This allows you to lock down who can use the template based on their security role within CRM. So change it from Enable for everyone to Enable for specific security roles, and then check the ones you want to be able to use the template, and click OK. That's all for for document templates. Let's jump into setting default values. Now, what are default values? Default values is a set value for a field when no information has been entered. So an example of this would be estimated revenue. If you don't put in estimated revenue and a value hasn't been entered, do we want to set a default value for this? This can be really helpful if you have a minimum opportunity amount for you as a company or for a specific type of opportunity. Now, a couple of fields already have default values that are configured through their field record option. Those are option sets and 2 option fields. Right in the field setup, it will ask you what you want their default values to be. But unfortunately, other fields don't have that same ability. So if you have a whole number or a currency field or even a single line of text field, how do you set that default value? Business rules are the way to do that. So we're going to jump in and do a couple of scenarios to show you how to set up these default values. I did include some screenshots here, so in the future, when you go back and look at this recording again, you can see the different steps right here in front of you. So let's jump into our scenarios. Our first scenario is a company would like all new opportunities to have a default estimated revenue of $10,000. And that's because their projects have a minimum price point of $10,000. You could also make a default value conditional on another field. So for example, if you deal with government contracts and we check mark the government contract field, we want to make the default value 50,000 instead of 10,000. So let's jump into CRM and I'll show you how easy this is. So what we want to do is we want to navigate to our opportunity form. Essentially all we do is we open up any record within CRM or within the opportunity entity. We're going to click on the form button. And this is going to load all of our form editing. So all the fields, all the business rules that are available. So we're going to click on business rules, and then we're going to click on new business rules. Now this is going to look different for anyone not using Dynamics 365. Dynamics 365 made a change on how they do business rules and business process flows. It's more of a chart-based or kind of display-based. So first we want to enter our rule name. So we're going to name this default value for estimated revenue. Then we want to set our properties. So if we go to condition, click on the condition section here. Our entity is opportunity. We want to leave that as it is. So our source, again, leave as entity. Now we're going to select our field. Our field is estimated revenue. So we go down to estimated revenue. And we only want this business rule to kick in if it has no other value. So our operator or our condition is it does not contain data. And then we click apply. And as you can see here, it puts the if statement in here. So if estimated revenue does not contain data. Now we want to fill in our action. So we click back to components, and here's set default value. We're going to grab this and pull it over to the plus sign. Now we have our set default value. We're over here in properties. Now we want to select our field. Again, what we're filling in is our estimated revenue field. So we go down to estimated revenue, keep the type as value, and then we're going to type in $10,000 and click apply. Now, if we wanted to set this for the condition, we would simply go back to our condition state where if the government contract is selected. So we want to add a brand new rule. So we're going to click new, and we're going to keep this as entity. Change this to government contract, question mark, equals yes. And then we're going to apply. So now, if the estimated revenue does not contain data and the government contract equals yes, then we want to change our default value to $50,000. Now, if you want to do both, you want to make sure you have 2 different business rules or an else-if statement. So then we click apply, and as you can see right here, it's changed. Now, when you click save, it's going to go ahead and validate for you. So it's going to say validation successful. That means everything matches out, and then you can activate. And then always, if you make any adjustments in the form section, make sure you do save, publish, and then save and close. That's all for our topics today. Now we're going to jump into some user-submitted questions. Our first question from a user: I'd like to know how to set up a reoccurring appointment. For example, if a client has a monthly support contract, this is to reflect the monthly income over a period of 12 months. Great question. There's a few different options to pursue. One option is to simply always leave the opportunities open, but create calculated fields, one for each month, so 12 calculated fields. So you would take the total opportunity amount and you would divide it into 12 and place each of those into the calculated fields. And if you have any questions on how to set up calculated fields, last month's webinar did touch on calculated fields and how to set them up. Now the next option is you could recreate the opportunity upon the winning of an opportunity. So once that opportunity is won, so if you want to do it for every month you go in and close as one, and then you have a workflow that recreates that same opportunity with all of the same information. Now a caveat on this one is you want to make sure you have an additional field on the opportunity that's notating if this is a support contract or not, because you don't want to do this recreation of the opportunity for every single opportunity that you have out there. The last option is a coded customization would work as well. So this would be using JavaScript or a plugin or something that is coded to be able to perform this action for you. Our next question is how do we move the appointment option on the social pane activity section from being hidden by the ellipses and put in front and center? For example, swap it with the add phone call. We're going to jump into CRM and I'll kind of show you what this looks like. But a piece to note is social pane is one of the more lockdown features within CRM. There really isn't a lot of updates that we can do to this. So unfortunately, we cannot change where these fields show. But let me go into CRM and I'm going to show you an option that would really work well. And that's having an activity subgrid or just an appointment subgrid. So for an activity subgrid, if you click the plus sign, it would give you the option to choose which activity you'd like to create. Or if you just want to do appointments, once you click the plus sign, it's going to create a new appointment. So let's jump into CRM. So if we go to accounts, we navigate to any of our accounts, you'll see the subgrids over here on the left-hand side. This is just going to take a minute to load just because it's loading all the information for the account. So over here on the left-hand side, we have the appointment subgrid and the activity subgrid. Now the item that the customer asking the question was asking was this activity section. See how it says add phone call, add tasks? And then if you go here, it's email and appointment, and then any other activities that you might have set up as well. So for appointment, if you click the plus sign, it's just going to have you create a brand new appointment. You can either search for one or click new. And then you're creating a brand new appointment. The other option is for an activity. So when you click the plus sign, it's going to give you the list of different activities that you can create. Click on appointment. Again, it's going to take you right to the appointment screen. So that's a nice workaround because unfortunately this social pane item is not customizable. Our next question is, where can I get free help on access errors, synchronizing, and form modifications? Excellent question. Ledgeview Partners offers blog posts, video posts, and these webinars, and they touch on form modifications and Outlook client synchronization. And access errors, they can always be searched on the internet. If you go to Google and search the error that you're receiving, there's a lot of different blogs out there that can help you resolve these. And then Microsoft also puts out blogs and information on synchronizing with the Outlook clients. So there's a lot of great resources for you. And then our last question is, how can I get leads to show up on my accounts like opportunities do? Fantastic question. So an opportunity is for accounts is usually listed in a subgrid. Just like we did for that activities and appointments, you can do subgrids for opportunities and leads. So to do this, you're simply going to navigate to the Forms section, like we did when we were creating the business rule, and you're going to insert a new subgrid. Once you insert the subgrid, you want to make sure that the record is only related to records, so only leads that are associated to this account. The entity is leads, and then so the view you want to see. Do you want to only see open leads, only my open leads, qualified leads? You can set the view. And then once you insert that, you'll have a list of the leads that are associated to the account, just like you do for opportunities. Now, we touched on a couple of free resources that were out there. I wanted to touch on a few more. Ledgeview's Partners blog, I touched on, we have blogs and video posts out there, but I want to show you how you can actually subscribe to our blog. You want to navigate to ledgeviewpartners.com, click on blog, and then right below this will be a subscribe to our blog section. Just simply enter your email address and click submit. We also do video tips and tricks and how-tos. You're going to recognize the voice on those. I also do the video tips and tricks. They can span anywhere from 90 seconds to 20 minutes depending on the difficulty and the advanced nature of the tip or how-to. We've also divided these into who should be using these or who should be viewing the tip and trick. So all CRM users, if it applies to anyone using CRM. Also, we've divided it into system administrators, more that a system administrator might use as a tool to help enhance CRM for the rest of their users. Simply click on this link and then view them at your leisure. Ledgeview Partners also has a YouTube channel. Simply navigate to youtube.com, search LVP CRM. This will be the first item that pops up. Simply click on subscribe, and then you can view all the CRM videos that you'd like put on by Ledgeview Partners. CRM Tip of the Day is a great, great tool. If you navigate to crmtipoftheday.com, this site shows a brand new CRM tip every weekday. You can like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, and subscribe to their YouTube channel right from the site. It's a great tool. Now, one tool that is not free, there is a cost to it, but any of our customers and anyone viewing this webinar today can use the code in the lower right-hand corner and get 10% off if they join. Why would you join? The CRM UG or CRM user group, it helps you grow your dynamic CRM skills, expand your support network, collaborate with other users, other people that are using CRM, collaborate with them and get different ideas. And also share your knowledge, anything that you know. You can get involved with online forums, local chapter meetings, there's academy courses, educational webinars, conferences. There's a lot to offer within CRM UG. And as you can see here, nearly 26,000 dynamic CRM users have joined the community. It's a great, great tool. Now, there's different membership levels. So if you have 1 to 9 CRM licenses, it's $400 per year. Mid-market, which is 10 to 100, or 10 to 99 CRM licenses, is $700 per year. And then over 100, which is enterprise, is $1,200. Now, if we didn't have a chance to touch on your pre-submitted question today, due to the time constraint, don't worry, we will address it in our next webinar in March. So please be sure to register for the March webinar, and I look forward to seeing you then.
All right, thank you, Michael, for the great content. Due to a little thing called March Madness, we have changed the date of our next Dynamics 365 User Group webinar. It will be, instead of Friday, it will be on a Tuesday, March 14th at 11 a.m. Central Time. Our topic for next month are using queues and what to look forward to in Dynamics 365. So please register and add your questions during your registration so we can answer them live on the webinar. We also want to let you know of an early March webinar called Taking Advantage of Insights in Dynamics 365 and CRM. On March 8th at 11:30 a.m. Central, join us to learn how you can win faster and more often with sales and marketing intelligence embedded in Microsoft Dynamics CRM. Insights, powered by Inside View, is included at no additional cost to most Dynamics 365 and CRM online subscriptions. All you have to do is turn it on. In this webinar, we will spotlight how Insights can update account data in one click, find and connect with the right decision makers, know which accounts to call and when, and much more. So we look forward to seeing you on those future webinars. On behalf of Michael and myself and all of us at Ledgeview, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to attend our user group webinar today. We look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day.